Now a first down throw. It's Smith. On the catch, it's Crowder. A very solid gain of 27.
Brought me to jump at any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. Alex Smith taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Redskins take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now the first running back drafted this year, it's Saquon Barkley. Look at the spin. Balance. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 31 yards there and a first down.
Yeah, he was the first back taken in the draft. Ended up going number 2 to the Giants, and there was never a doubt that he would be the first.
Couldn't get all the way in, knocking on the doorstep down the one. Nevertheless, fantastic run.
Not only that, this is where you wave to your replacement, go back to the bench. No way. I'm not coming out of this game. I got it down to the 1.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. They'll step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
Rosas good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to do things there.
On first down, it's Smith. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
On second down, here's Smith. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Blue 90! Blue 90!
Now a first carry for Jonathan Stewart. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. They go play action here on 1st down. Out to his left. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll be marked down deep in Washington territory. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way. Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
A handoff to Barkley. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football. They just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throw left side is complete to Reed. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain position.
On 1st and 10, Smith. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Damon Harrison. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 for Richardson. And he's brought down after a good gain. That one goes for 24 yards. On 1st down, Smith. Throw left side complete. That's Richardson. Touchdown, Washington. Paul Richardson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Redskins are able to strike for 6. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now out come the Giants. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Here's Lauletta now on second. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Shepard. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
And you remember pre-draft, there's a lot of speculation that the Giants should look for their future quarterback at number 2 with a great possibility. Remember, Sam Darnold from USC was still on the board, but they passed on him to take this runner, Saquon Barkley. And this is exactly why. They think he can extend the life of Eli Manning's career and give them 1,000-yard seasons year after year.
They haven't had a 1,000-yard season since 2012. Ahmad Bradshaw did it then. Here's a give to Barkley. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Man, let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, you're confident.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Redskins scoop it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Michael Thomas. And a tough turnover there as now they will have it at the 6-yard line, 1st and goal. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner, forget starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your catch.
Now Saquon Barkley, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
He'll get it up the middle, and he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal.
This drive started with 1st and goal. Now that it's 4th and goal, anything less than a touchdown would feel like a letdown to me.
Lauletta, here we go on fourth. And he's got his man. Beckham, touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are in for 6. PAT up and good by Rosas. And it's now 17-14. Rosas now to kick this one away. Now it's Lucky Whitehead on the return. Oh, he's got some breathing room. He's got daylight. 30, 10, touchdown, Washington. As his guys are in for 6, and the Redskins are able to strike for 6. Just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Now a play fake, and it's Lauletta. He's going to launch this thing way down. And that's caught inside the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 27. Now a handoff. This is Stewart. And down inside the 15 he goes. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
And that's the big fella's M.O. right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. In this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
We got 3. 3 down. 3 down. Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go.
So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this time out. Lauletta looking to throw on 2nd down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Giants are in for 6. And that will make this a 4-point game. Rosas now to kick this one away. Whitehead, the return. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one. And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Out to the left here to Reed. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Smith finding his big tight end Reed for a Redskins first. Here's Smith on 1st and 10. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Leopard! Leopard!
Here's Lauletta after the interception. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Clock running as the Redskins try to hurry up.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Here's Smith now on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, here's Smith. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So on 4th down, the Redskins will call on Tress Way to punt it away. Saquon Barkley deep to return. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. He will not go down. Well, I know we hold off on the halftime update after all. Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jonathan Allen coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Back to throw, Lauletta. He's going to look deep down the field. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. That goes for a gain of 31. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
second down. Here's Lauletta. Over the middle to Beckham. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on third.
Hurry up, here we go. 3:19.
They'll try and run it. Here's Stewart. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. They'll run for it. It's Stewart. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. The Giants go on fourth, but come up empty. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. From the 50, it's Smith. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Back to the air, Smith on second down. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. Throwing on third down, Smith. He's going to fire one deep, middle of, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off down at the 10, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
They start on the ground. This is Stewart on first. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Lauletta to throw. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And now running right through it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. The pitch goes to Barkley, and no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Again, it's Barkley. Give the tackle there to Josh Norman.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Throwing on 3rd down, Lauletta. He finds his target, Beckham. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? They're going to run. This is Stewart. Oh, he bowls over it. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at the 26. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th.
4th and 1. I don't think Wild Horses could have dragged that quarterback off the field. He was motioning to go for it from the start. And sure enough, it's the ground game that gets him the first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
So 2nd and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's the Giants with the football and also the lead as we get set to start quarter number 4. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Here's Barkley, and he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Saquon Barkley, his 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Rosas now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out now come the Redskins. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to go up top again. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Eli Apple. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
of the gun, Lauletta. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A very solid gain of 27. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far, and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
They're enjoying a fourth-quarter advantage. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Now here's Lauletta. And he's got his man. Beckham. Touchdown, Giants. Beckham, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants add on to their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead is up to 18 now. Rosas now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. To throw on second down is Smith. He'll go over the middle to Reed, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10.
Let's go. Let's go. 15.
Smith to throw again. And now here is another interception. And the ball is knocked out. But the Redskins look to get this one back, and indeed they did. It's still Washington football.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. After the interception, here's Smith. This is caught, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Jamison Crowder with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Redskins capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. So here comes Alex Smith as he'll lead his guys up to the line to go for 2.
Yellow.
Here's Smith. Flush to his right. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And New York set to take the field. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives, and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after him right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They'll go to Barkley again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over.
From the gun, here's Lauletta. Buying time to his left. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender. But you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
Taken in at the 11. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Smith. They've got his man complete. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. They give him a gain of 38. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. On 1st down, it's Smith. He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. That'll bring up 2nd down. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter, and find their way open.
Throwing is Smith. His throw caught right around the 6. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Now Smith. Oh, no, he lost the football. And who's got it? The Giants.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
They begin with a run by Barkley, and he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Detroit! Detroit! Leopard! 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 Leopard!
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. 10 yards is the pickup there, and that should just about put a bow on this one.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Detroit! Detroit!
This is Barkley. And he loses the football a second time. And the Redskins scoop it. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line.
Well, that's one of those mistakes. That's a fumble that when they get to the sidelines, I know you're mad, Coach, but look, we've still got this locked down. But that's not necessarily true, is it?
Well, their hopes are slim, but you just hate to give them any hope. You could have sealed it right there.
Yeah, could have finished them off and taken away all hope, as we like to say.
35.
Following the fumble recovery, Smith. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. Extra point good by Hopkins. On the NFL scoreboard, they've gone to the 4th in Cincinnati. And it's now a 2-touchdown advantage for the Bengals. If they can hold on to that lead to the end, it would up their win total to 7. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. And the Giants will kneel it here out of the victory formation. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.